Hey guys, got something a little different here today. Well, somewhat. This is somebody else's Nintoaster. The guy was having problems with it and sent it over to me to take a look, so that's what I'm going to do now. I have not even plugged it in yet. It looks very similar to my Nintoaster 2 with the older model toaster, metal chassis. Really nice. Got the cartridge connector in there and the controller ports, reset button, fully mechanical switch, which makes things, I think it's easier to work with personally than the electromagnets. He's got the 3 AV jacks back there. I'm not sure if he did the stereo mod to this or not. But he does have both audio jacks there. We'll just have to open it and find out. But he says it doesn't turn on, but it makes a hum. So I'm not sure what we're dealing with yet. But yeah, looking on the bottom there, he's got the ribbon cable connecting the cartridge connector to the board. See, the board is actually kind of loose in there. I'm not sure if maybe he's just not done attaching things yet. Trying to get the orientation right here. So and that's the solder side of the board. The proper orientation would be to put the game in with the label facing outward. Noise. Oh, that's my fan. It's hearing a hum. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I don't blow up. I don't know if I can get this stupid thing in the... Come on. Oh, nothing. Not a damn thing. Just getting a whole lot of nothing. Alright, well, even with the cartridge out, I should get like a black screen or the flashing screen if the lockout chip isn't disabled. But I'm not getting anything. So, I'm gonna have to open her up. God, it is really, really uncomfortable out here right now. A garage in South Texas is not a good place to be this time of year. And it's like midnight right now. It's just always uncomfortable. All right. And of course, these wouldn't be standard Phillips head screws. Some kind of... Whoop. Shit. Why did... It's almost like the manufacturers didn't want kids opening up the toasters and screwing around inside. But why? Old pill bottles, great for storing loose parts. Now we should be able to remove her top. Whoa, it looks like the... Woo! This thing is just gonna completely come apart. Okay. Just have to be careful. See if I can slide the front off first. Yeah. Okay. Let's go show that real quick. Took the, I don't know if you can see that. I don't have my, should have brought the remote down with me. There's a little momentary push button switch down there. I did just like I did in my Nintoaster 2 video, in the instructional video. Drop the lever and it mashes that button down. Okay. See if we can get this off. I've got loose wires going everywhere, so. Okay. Okay. Trying to find out where the power is. It's got the AC adapter right there, and the DC voltage coming out of it right here. And I'm assuming that's ground because that hits 7805. One thing I'm gonna have to do here is fix this. That 7805 is not touching the metal. It's kind of, I mean, it's touching it, but barely. Really need to cinch that down. This other wire, what is that? Is this all ground? This might all be ground. No, it can't all be ground. This other wire's got to be power. And there's the running. Okay, that connects to this red wire. Oh, okay, and that's where it hits the momentary push button switch, and then it comes back around the other side and up into the input on the 7805. All right. Okay. Let's see if there's any voltage coming out of that 7805. Okay, it should be on. I don't see any voltage coming out of that 7805. I would expect to see 5 volts, but I don't see squat. Why? Either power isn't getting to it, there isn't enough power getting to it, or the 7805 is fried. Yeah, I'm not gonna knife anything while I've got it on. That would be bad. Take my, ew! Oh! There is something all over my X-Acto. I don't know if you can see that. It's like shiny. Some kind of slime. Fuck, I don't know what that is. That's pretty gross. Okay. Anyway, let's see if I can cut this back a little bit. Ooh. Still have AC power going to that. Gotta be careful. There's got to be a better way to do this. Really don't want to do this, but it's looking like I don't have much of a choice. I'm gonna check to see if this AC adapter is even spitting out power. Hate doing this. That means I'm gonna have to splice it back together. Yeah, let's unplug that first. It's a miracle I'm still alive. Just cut it right there. All right. Separate those wires out. Strip them. Okay, now I should just be able to. Now let's be smart about this and use some alligator clips. Make sure they work first. Yes, that one's good. I'm not sure which one of these is ground, but we'll find out eventually. Alright, that one's good too. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that one on the probe. And put that on the negative probe. So, when I plug this in, I should get a reading off the multimeter. Jesus. And I am getting a reading. But it is rather low. It is only 7.3 volts. That's what that's telling me. And I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think that's enough power for the 7805. It usually likes at least anywhere from like 9, 10, 12 volts. I usually try not to go any lower than 10. And if I had to make a guess right now, I'd say, yeah, we don't have enough power going into the 7805. And we can test that. I've got a little power supply of my own over here. That also has a 7805 in it. We can go the unregulated 12 volts, then 2 ground poles there, and then 5 coming out, I'm going to go ahead and throw the 12 volts from this power supply to the input here. What goes to the rest of the toaster, and see what happens. Which means I'm going to need to cut and strip that cable now. God, it is hot out here. It sucks. Okay. Okay, now what is what? Don't want to go throwing power in there backwards. Alright. Make sure those aren't shorted. They're not. Okay, so the wire with the little white line on it is ground. Alright. That there. Power supply. Before I even hook up a game or the, well, I do need to drop the lever. I'm just going to have it on. I should be able to check. Alright, now if I check the 7805, I should be getting 5 volts out of it. I am not. Still not getting any voltage out of this damn thing. Why? Okay, let me check it from the alligator clips. Okay, there's definitely power going into it. That's 12.1 volts. But it's not making it. It looks like it's not making it to the 7805. We may have a wiring problem. It looks like the 12 volts isn't even making it to the 7805. So where's the problem? Possibly Mr. Switch here. Maybe. I see it running into the switch. And over here. That's the only thing I can think. And unless there's a break in the cable that I can't see, I'm thinking there's a problem with that switch. And we'll find out in a minute, but first I'm going to go see if my beer is chilled yet. Okay, so where we left off, actually first things first. See, this is questionable. I don't know if this is cold enough. It's kind of hard to tell. I'm also really hot right now, so maybe, well, then it should feel even colder, I would think. But, well, we'll find out. This is Flying Dog's Raging Bitch. It's pretty good stuff. Some nice disturbing illustration by Mr. Ralph Steadman. Damn it. Oh, that is just barely Okay. Well, that sucks. Alright, so as I had mentioned, right now I suspect that there's a problem with this switch. Its power is not making it all the way to the 7805. And just a little manual zoom here. It is really, damn it, come on. It is really glued down there. So unfortunately I don't have a good spot to poke at it and test. So I'm gonna make one. Just gonna go ahead and scrape some of the shielding off, expose a little bit of wire. That'll work. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side of the switch. Everything is kind of connected to each other too, so it's making things tricky. Alright, good enough. Okay, let's just go ahead and pretend that we're turning it on. We'll just leave it on there. Turn on the power supply. Check our voltage. Alright, we've got our 12 volts there. We've got 12 volts. Well, almost 12 volts. It's the way I'm touching it. Yeah, 12 volts there, going into the switch. And no volts coming out of the switch. So yes, it is the switch. Why is it the switch? Is it not pushed down all the way? It looks like it can go down a little bit further. Let me wedge something in there. Alright, that is definitely pressed down all the way. We're going in. And power coming out. Now there's power coming out. This is a very touchy switch. Okay, so now that there's power coming out, I'm going to check to see if we're getting 5 volts out of this 7805. And we are. Well, 4.95, close enough. So it's the switch. Okay. What the hell is playing on that radio? I've got a feeling that 7805 ain't gonna kick on though. Not with 7 volts. I could be wrong. We'll find out. God, this is the worst damn power strip in the world. Piece of shit. There's just nothing wants to plug into it. It has these little child safety fucking, I don't know what's going on here. This is pissing me off though. I've already plugged it in 2 other times tonight. Certain things plug into it, certain things don't. I don't understand that. Now nothing wants to go into it. This is really good. This is a good use of my time. Fighting with a... There we go. God. Okay. Alright, do we have power going up to the 7805. There's something stupid happening here. It might be me. Yeah, 7.4 volts coming out of the adapter. And we agreed that the wire with the little line on it is ground. Yes, it is. Okay. That's 7. Whoa. Okay, now there was something wrong here. These aren't shorted. Well, what the hell is different? I'll hook it back up to my other power supply here, a 12 volt one. Should have. Yeah. Got 12 volts going in. Five volts coming out. That power supply ain't good enough. Okay, well, what I'd like to try now is to see if we can get a game running. Just make sure that's not all that was wrong. My dogs are busy flipping the fuck out in there. Tighten the 7805 down a little bit. I don't like the way it's flopping around. Oh, that's as tight as the screw gets. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about that. It's not gonna be on for long, so see what happens. Still nothing. Still nothing. Why? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's like it wants to come on, but should be getting 5 volts out of it. Right there. I'm not. Okay. May have a grounding problem. Yeah, see, I should have been getting voltage there. another 5-volt spot right there. Yeah, I'm not seeing shit. Should be beeping right now. It's not. I'm getting about 300 ohms of resistance. Okay, let me try jumping something here. Let's see what happens now. That was it. I have a grounding problem. There is no connection or continuity between the ground point on the 7805 to the rest of the system. Ground wires running all over the place, but somehow that got missed. Okay. Okay, I just checked something again. To my surprise. Okay, you remember how I've already said like 2 or 3 times now that the wire with the white stripe on it was ground, which it is on this. That makes no damn sense. That's ground. That is ground. I'm touching the white wire, and I'm touching. Okay, no, what? Oh, I have it on. Okay, continuity. Touching the white wire. That's ground. And I check the voltage coming out of the old power supply, the little 7 point whatever volt one. It is backwards. That wire with the white stripe on it is actually positive. So, and yeah, I cut that. So this thing looks like it may have been, the power may have been wired backwards. The polarity is reversed the whole time. And there was a grounding issue. And a touchy switch. And that 7805 needs to be secured. I'm going to try this 7 volt power supply one more time, since now I realize we had the polarity reversed. As soon as I touch this, wire, this thing should turn on if that's enough juice. It is not. No. And that's coming off of my power supply. It's the only thing I changed. Okay, well, there's one other thing I want to check, but I want to secure that 7805 first. I want to get a good heat sink on it. I'm still trying to figure out how to get this stupid 7805 off of here. The screw doesn't really thread into anything, but it kind of does. And then gets to a point and stops. I'll figure that out in a little bit. But for right now, oh, you know what? It might be because of that style of head on the screw. It's kind of beveled. I'm gonna be sitting flat. For right now, just temporarily while I'm testing stuff, I want to test one more thing. I'm gonna use this little heat sink. You sell these at Radio Shack for about $1 or so. Alright, what I want to test, and this is good advice for anybody else doing any kind of NES modding, serious case modding, or trying to build a Nintoaster. Two games that I've been using for years now to test are Abadox, fun little side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and Tengen, whatever, Tetris. This one, yes, I realize it is not exactly common. It usually fetches a pretty good price on eBay. Better off just get you a copy of Abadox. If there's a problem with your wiring going from the cartridge connector to the main board, like if the wiring's too long, this game will freeze pretty quickly. It's been consistent. It's done that in almost every machine I've made. Then I go, oh crap, okay, I need to shorten up the wires some. So always, 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 I can't stress this enough. The cable's going, and he did a good job here. The cable's running from the cartridge connector to the board. Keep them as short as possible, and these are pretty short. If they're too long, you're going to start having problems with games, and this is one I know of that will start showing. We'll start taking issue with that pretty quickly. Yep, got it. Getting a little bit of audio noise too. Could just be this TV. Could be the fact that everything's kind of not grounded very well right now. I think that's it. Honestly, is grounding is kind of funky. This game, by the way, like, you'll do pretty awesome. You're thinking you're the shit. You get all your weapons and stuff upgraded. Well, I'm not the shit. I just died. But oh my god, if you die on level 4, like, you can get all the way to level 4 and think you're doing badass. If you die on level 4, you are so fucked. Because you have almost nowhere to move. They start you out with nothing again, your little pea shooter. Everything takes 1,000,000 shots to kill. It is a classic controller breaking, controller throwing, I want to kill everything, I want to murder the universe type of shooter. But it's fun. Also happens to be my go-to for testing, so... And so far so good, we haven't frozen. And I somehow missed that power up, that really sucks. Usually, rule of thumb in this game, if you can at least get to level 2, or like part way through level 2 without it freezing, you're probably good. Normally, if your wiring was too long, it would have frozen up by now. Sometimes it even freezes like at the title screen. Very, very touchy game for some reason. Well, we haven't had any problems yet. This is the happy spot, a little safe spot. Usually if you chill up here, it can't hit you. There are several bosses in this game where you find a little chill spot, actually. And he's dead. Now I'm going into the mouth. A couple of eyeballs are gonna fly out. That little crevice there. Woo! Oh no, those aren't eyeballs, those are mouths. See, now these are teeth. They're trying to chomp me. the Avidox, the deadly inner war. The planet is alive. You go inside the body of this planet and destroy it from the inside like cancer with a gun. It's a pretty cool game. It's actually kind of gross for a Nintendo game. Like, there's a giant tongue, and there's stuff trying to drip on me. I've got saliva. I've got missiles. I'm invincible. I guess these are like tonsils trying to smash me. And I don't have a very good camera angle on this video. Sorry, you probably can't even see what the fuck I'm talking about. I imagine these to be tonsils. Something. So like, you're doing pretty good. I've got 3 little shield things. Temporarily invincible. I've got spread fire. I've got missiles. I'm kicking ass. You're kicking ass and taking names. This is about as powerful as you get in this game, except for the laser. Once you get the laser, you destroy everything. Let's see if I can find the chill spot. Actually, I think I'm already in the chill spot for this boss. I'm not even moving. I'm just firing. He can't hit me. You just blast his eyeballs off. See, alright, we're already to level 3. No freezes. I'm saying the wiring is good. Next 2 levels are top down like this. And once you reach level 4, holy shit. If you die, you are so fucked. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and... yeah. Say that the problem is... there were multiple problems with this machine. Polarity was reversed. There's not enough power coming out of the AC adapter being used. It's only about 7.5 volts. We need at least 9 or 10. The 7805 was kind of just barely dangling on there, not really dissipating heat. That would have become a problem after a couple of minutes of gameplay. You wouldn't know it right away, but once it starts overheating, it'll cut out, and you'd be wondering what the hell's happening. So yeah, we need to fix that. And the switch, the power switch, is way too touchy. So like, watch, I can try right now. I'll lift this lever, which turns off. I don't have my little piece of wire in there smashing it together anymore. If I try to drop the lever now, yeah, so you gotta like hold the lever down for it to turn on. That could probably be fixed pretty easily. Shouldn't have to pull the switch out, just maybe add a little glob of something to the top of that switch, to the plastic on the top of that switch, so it'll press it a bit more. Shouldn't have to take that out or anything though. So yeah, switch 7805, not enough power. Polarity was reversed. Oh, and it wasn't grounded right. Wasn't grounded right. So 5 issues with this. This is how you learn. Okay, so I've done the necessary fixes to this toaster now. What I did is added just a little bit of hot glue, actually, on the top of that switch to put a little bit more pressure on it when the lever is pressed down. The 7805 actually stuck a little heat sink on there. I actually re-drilled and tapped the screw hole that was there for a 440 machine screws, and stuck a cheap little heat sink on it, and redid a little bit of the wiring. Replaced the AC adapter. I don't even know if this is going to fit yet, but we're going to find out. Also ran a ground wire, an extra ground wire from the 7805 up here. You can actually see it here, to the board, attached to the ground area, and ran an additional ground wire from right there on the video jack down to a particular spot sitting off of one of the resistors on the video amplifier board. So everything is properly grounded now, just to show that it does work. Also, the JB Quick does not adhere very well to plexiglass. This board was flopping around quite a bit earlier when I initially opened it. It was completely loose. I could tell where it was attached, but it eventually all snapped off, so I've just reinforced that with yet more hot glue, just to kind of tack it into place, and it's not moving. It's fine. Drop the lever. Now it sticks, and it sticks well enough to run the game properly, and I'm doing this one-handed, so I'm just gonna go ahead and run into those eyeballs and die. Maybe I can dodge them at least. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so it works. Alright, congratulations, you made it to the end. I hope you've enjoyed spending the last 45 minutes with me. And I will see you guys in 2015. Bye.